Hello, y'all. Okay, first of all, I gotta tell you something. Um, so I was putting together this mystery reading, and I always say it as 1, 2, and 3, right? And so I was choosing for 1, and I was saying mystery card for collective 1, right? Before I got on camera, because I want you to be able to choose the image. These 3 came out at the same time, and then I heard, like, had this message of we are all a collective as of 1. Goodness, we are all a collective of 1. That was the message that came out. So these 3 cards all fell out. I don't know what they are. I have no idea what we're about to talk about. I don't know what our mystery reading is about. And to me, that's exciting. I like moving into a space where I can just explore and I have no idea, or even a small hint at what we're about to talk about. I love that. So today we're going to do another mystery reading, and this is the mystery message that you need in this moment. One more thing, I have seen the emails for private readings. I've just had a pretty hectic week this week, so I haven't had a moment to get back to you, but I will be getting back to you very soon on those as well. Thank you so much for your patience and waiting for me. Okay. Let's go ahead and move into this. We have group 1, group 2, and group 3. Here are your cards to choose from. You can pause the video if you need to because these are going by. Group 1. If you skipped the intro, you should know that I have no idea what we're about to talk about. So these cards all fell out and I haven't looked at them. So let's go ahead and find out what your card is about. Ooh, this is maybe working with somebody. You have the Captain, which is about taking command and teamwork. And I love that there's all those, look at all the light there. This is moving in the darkness in some way, and that light is sort of growing in this space. You might be intended, just with the Captain coming out, and I could get the idea of a ship, captaining a ship, as though you're kind of in this space, or the message that you are about to receive has something to do with you taking leadership in a space that in which you are working with others. So, all right, I think that's about all I have in that from that card. Not getting any more hits from it. Okay. What is the mystery message for collective 1? These all just flew right out of here. I mean, I guess let's just do it. They flew out, and so typically that means something. You have the High Priestess, the Chariot, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. Look at her sitting in front of her money bags like, come at me. Really quick, I do see the Fool popping out on the bottom of the deck for that first hit of cards that came out. What else do we have in this space for the mystery message for collective 1? A mystery message. I swear, sometimes it's like, do I not shuffle well enough? I'm not going to take, this is a whole handful of cards. I did see this little one peeking its head out though. You have the 7 of Cups. I love this 7 of Cups. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Wizard of Oz. Do you remember when she goes to see the fortune teller, who is also coincidentally the Wizard of Oz, and he puts on that like fortune telling hat? That's what this reminds me of. And there's the Hierophant, and then you have the King of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Wands. Y'all, your message keeps being this repeating thing about relationships or a counterpart of some kind coming in. And I have noticed too in my own personal readings for my sign, I'm Taurus, that this is like an overarching message. I keep seeing this over and over again. Here's that Emperor as well. Okay. Someone said, this is interesting because you have the High Priestess over here and the Hierophant over here. And I saw someone yesterday or today say that the High Priestess and the Hierophant are married. Or so they're counterparts in this, which I actually knew they were counterparts, but I didn't know that it was that way because I thought that because they were religious that they weren't, you know, that I guess my mind with the Hierophant and the High Priestess was that they were counterparts, but they were sort of married to self or religion, right? Or because of their faith. Because typically in these spaces, like the way that these two are presenting, they don't typically have physical partners. And so I guess I wasn't aware that they were married, or maybe that word was used as though, you know, for counterpart. Okay, but it is interesting though that it came up in this reading because I read that comment last night maybe or this morning sometime, and I thought, oh, that's interesting that I hadn't even thought about that they could be counterparts and in this space, and that it's two, you know, sort of two different energies working very similarly. And so we're going to go over here and with this as the feminine energy, and then move over this way as the masculine energy, and then you can kind of flip it or reverse it to however that deems fit for you, because I am a female, but I operate very often actually in a masculine energy. So it kind of, you know, I guess having awareness with self is important too. So we have in here the High Priestess, the Chariot, the Seven of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Hierophant, King of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Four of Wands, the Emperor, and the Fool. There is some sort of risk, and here it is, as you coming into this as the captain, I really feel like this risk, collective one, is on your end. I feel as though it is you that is intended to sort of jump forward here in this space. And it seems as though what you are intended to do is sort of it's almost as though what you want here is, this is so confusing actually, because here's the thing is and here's the Five of Cups. There was a couple cards that came out that I was kind of trying to avoid. I saw them and I didn't want to bring them out. You have the Five of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Okay, because it's almost as though it's like the burden and all of that is existing in the feminine space. It is also as though in this reading that the feminine is sort of being advised to be the one that is being the one in the space of pursuit, being the one that is bringing in communication, and this is burdensome in some way for this person. They have sort of walked away from, it's like they have walked away from the wanting to do this or having done this in the past, and it's as though they want to deviate from what they have done previously, because what they have done previously did not work. And it was here kind of being in this space of, while I do think that it is about hard work paying off a bit in this space, I do feel it is about having to be sort of the giver in some, be more giving even, be the one that's coming in with information, or be the one that is communicating in this space, and seeing that it may actually be the masculine energy here that has a bit more, I don't want to say options, because that's, but also it does seem like that there are sort of, in this space with the Hierophant energy, okay, these two cards are here, these two cards are here, these are conjoining cards. This goes here, this goes here, this is conjoining, okay? This goes here and this goes here. This very well could be over here. This could be a masculine operating in a feminine energy, okay? There's always that too, okay? And this may be something that this masculine is quite used to. And then you could have a feminine over here that it might be, or a feminine operating in a masculine energy that is now kind of doing the waiting, in a sense, to shift this. So to bring this, essentially, to flip this like this. This is my feminine crystal that just fell out on the Hierophant, by the way. And the reason I say that is because it seems as though these two have been operating sort of against the grain of what they are told works best, and really working against the grain on that, feeling as though they are actually burdened by the way in which they operate and needing to move into completely different ways of operating. Because right now, here's what we have. This could very well be, this could be a feminine who needs to pursue a masculine, but in my opinion, I just don't think that that's the way that it goes, okay? And just with the way that the masculine energy sort of seeks approval, it's as though there would be no seeking then in the energy of the masculine energy, being in that sort of seeking reciprocity, okay? Feminine will seek reassurance, okay? And I feel like this, in this space over here, this feminine energy, what they are being advised to do is to walk away from this way of existing. So they are sort of being advised to step into their emperor power, okay? And to move into being more communicative, being more honest, putting down these burdens here, walking away from. This is like walking away from this 10 of Wands. There's a lot of burden in this space with this feminine energy. There's a lot that they are holding on to here. A lot. There's a lot that this energy over here is not doing and not saying. And they're just hanging on to it. And in this reading, this energy over here is really being advised to step outside of their comfort zone, and that this is going to shift the trajectory of this situation. That the captain in this is whoever this energy is. This is the energy that is the captain here. And I feel as though this energy over here has operated as the captain before and is very accustomed to being the captain. And they over here are being advised to not do that. And the only way we can build into abundance in this space is if things sort of, if we in this space work on these innate things. These aren't innate. These are not innate. These are things that have been inadvertently programmed into us through so many scenarios and situations. The environments that we had in early development, the world around us and how it's structured, all kinds of things. Even some, being hurt in certain spaces, or having all kinds of situations and scenarios that we can deal with within romantic relationships in particular, that is infiltrating this space. And it's like this one, and here's the thing too, with this energy over here, this energy is getting that. This energy is picking up on that. This energy, the Hierophant, is aware of the only way that this is going to work is if I sit here, if I sit in this energy and I just put my foot down, and I know that in order for me to receive balance in this space, this energy is going to have to step outside of their shell, or step outside of the cave that they're in and speak up. And that's the only way that this is going to work in this space, and at least in the mind of this person in the Hierophant over here, who's kind of already operating. This energy over here is very used to being in a masculine energy. So they're still kind of in this Emperor status. And I do think that there's some things that still need tweaked over here. However, it's like this energy, with this stuff here, they're kind of in alignment. They are focused on, look, there's all kinds of things that this person is focused on. They're focused on many things, and not just the High Priestess. They're not just focused on this energy over here. They're focused on doing what they need to be doing to keep themselves in alignment with being in a receptive energy. But these two do need to flip. Here, the masculine energy, not that this person, okay, let me just back that up. The Hierophant needs to move into the High Priestess energy, and the High Priestess energy needs to move into the Hierophant energy. So this is still the same person, and this is still the same person, but energetically, they're operating in opposite energies of their sort of innate way of being, or the way that they would like to be, or the way that they experience the most resistance by being. So here we have, again, over here in this space, with this being, I believe that this is a feminine operating in a masculine energy, and this is a masculine operating in a feminine energy. With the masculine over here operating in a feminine energy, this is somebody who's very emotionally unavailable. They don't pursue, they expect to be chased. And chased is such a weird dynamic, but they don't get, here's the thing, is like, I don't think that this person is super, that this, in this space, that they're very dismissive to, reaching out to the High Priestess. But I think also it's like, at what point are we going to continue to reach out to the High Priestess? We're not doing this for you. And we're also not holding our hand out to people who are not reassuring. There's no sense in doing that. That's just silly. So over here in this space is this energy over here is very closed off. They're not really going to provide a whole lot. And the only way that these two can come into this here, where they're working together, is if they begin to understand compromise, okay? And I would say that in the Hierophant energy, with the Hierophant entry being here in the Emperor space with the Four of Wands and the Seven of Cups, as well as the Page of Swords, I believe that the feminine in this equation, who's been operating in a masculine energy for some time, is the one who's in an understanding of this and isn't budging. And so it's all over here. This Fool card belongs to this energy. It's like, you're going to have to step outside of your comfort zone. You're going to have to, I mean, honestly, in some way, grow a pair. What exists over here is fear. They're not operating in this energy because That's how they feel innately, and that's how they would like to operate. Because if they did, so say this was a male that was operating in the feminine energy, they would have to be very comfortable in that energy, and they would also have to know how to operate in that energy. So what they would do in this space is they would reciprocate. If they were operating in a healthy feminine, they would reciprocate when the masculine pursues. But this is the pursuing energy over here with the Chariot and the King of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. This energy is the one moving towards this energy, or that's what they're intended to be doing in this space. This is supposed to where this person is going to operate best is through facing their fears. It's as though by doing this, they are sort of relinquishing self-control. And trust is the ultimate sort of companion when it comes to relationships. The relationship that you need to build in unison to this relationship is your relationship with trust. Wow, this is like really weird and hard to unpack. I'm so sorry. I don't even know but this is how it's coming out. So we're here for it. We're in it. So I do feel that in this situation, there is a masculine operating in a feminine energy and a feminine operating in a masculine energy. And here's the thing also is that when you are interacting as a feminine, okay, with an energy like this of a masculine operating in their feminine, this isn't always disinterest over here. That's something that can be very misconstrued. It can put this energy even further into a masculine space, because it feels as though there is ultimate disinterest in this space. And sometimes there is, just so that we are all on board. Sometimes that is what it is. Sometimes it is disinterest. Now, this person they could have walked away anyway, but also it's kind of here with the Ten of Wands existing with this card. It's almost as though what they need to walk away from is the burden that they are feeling in this space, and move into this King of Swords energy to be more communicative, more honest, provide more information, because right now the Hierophant is in a space of I am exploring. I am here. I'm away from this kind of exists over here too. And this is, I want this, but but I want it correctly. Okay. So this energy over here is like, nope. It's like I said what I said. Okay, dear priestess, I said what I said, and now it's your turn to talk. Like, it's the ball is in your court now. And I really do feel like this energy is sitting in this Emperor. Like, I said what I said, and I won't, it's like at some point there has to be, a point in which this energy over here quits playing this game, right? Quits going after this one, and quits expecting more from them. Because this energy, when they're operating this space, they're not operating in a healthy feminine energy, so they're not reciprocating. And when this energy doesn't receive reassurance, it avoids. And when this when this energy is pushed for reciprocity, it avoids. And so now we have an avoidant and attachment thing going all the way down. And I don't personally believe in do I feel like if they wanted to, they would. I do feel like that works in some scenarios. Now, if they're intimidated, will they? I don't think they will. And because here's the thing, and a lot of masculines do operate this way. It's not uncommon, actually, where a masculine energy will become intimidated by a feminine energy, by the way in which the feminine operates, by maybe the things that the feminine has going on. There's something that makes the feminine, the masculine feminine, by something that the feminine energy is doing that makes this person feel smaller. And it could be her career, it could be her relationship with her family, her relationship with herself, any kind of things that can put the feminine into a masculine, put the masculine into a feminine energy. Sorry, I hope this is not confusing. I know that culturally there are some cultures who do not follow this concept, and I'm so sorry if you're in a different country, just so lost right now. It's confusing even to dissect knowing what I'm talking about. Anyway, sorry. But oh my god, I just lost the channel completely because I realized it was just getting so confusing. But anyway, in this space with the masculine energy is that they can move into a feminine space. They can actually avoid when they feel intimidated. And then the thing is that sometimes there are quite a few masculines actually then that will approach sort of what is easier for them to approach. And if they in this space know that, okay, it's like in this space, this masculine knows that this feminine is not going to buy their BS. And they're aware of that. I do. I feel like this over here, this masculine is aware of that. And I only say that because you have the Ten of Wands here, and also this King of Swords energy. And it very well could be. This doesn't always have to be a romantic situation, okay? But there's just something, there's some way in which we operated in this space. Something happened here, right? And now the communication is just all out of whack. And the only way to bring into abundance and communication is in this space is for, it looks like this energy to do some communicating, in my opinion, because this energy over here is sitting pretty. And sitting pretty in sort of being focused on all this stuff and understanding, more importantly, you have the Four of Wands on this side of the equation. So this, they know what needs to be done here. And I think they have, it's, you know, this Page of Swords, it's not like they, you know, came in swinging. They didn't come in like guns blazing in this space. It was just, hey, this is something that I feel, the end. It kind of, you know, and then the ball, like the, you know, with this, the Hierophant did is sort of roll the ball over to the High Priestess's court. They didn't throw the ball at him. This wasn't a game of dodgeball. They just, you know, just, here you go. It's your turn now. And that is really the how they're sitting over here is like, it's your turn. You do something or do nothing. But over here, I'm going to do all of this while you're figuring this out. And if you're not in that yet and you're dealing with this kind of situation, then this is kind of the intention for you. Okay? Because y'all are flipped right now. And your energy here, the Hierophant, needs to be moved into the High Priestess. This isn't this person moving over here. No. This person is staying here. This is all their things, and then they're moving into the Hierophant space. They're moving into the masculine version of this energy. They're moving into sort of their masculine authenticity. This person over here is moving into their feminine authenticity. Now this, it's not necessarily gender specific here. Okay, how you're going to know if you're operating in the wrong energy or if the energy that you're operating in isn't making sense to you is how much resistance it's created for you and how it's impacted previous relationships. If being in the wrong energy previously or being in that space really wreaked havoc on the relationships around you, then arguably you were operating in an energy that you weren't supposed to be in but had become a space of survival. And so this, now the feminine over here, which is the same person still, is sitting in this energy here. Then the masculine needs to be done sitting and moving and beginning to move, okay? That way then these two can kind of move into this abundance together. Okay. I feel like that is the whole message. Let me get you some, what do I even say in this what do we do? Are we going to do charms or should we do... Yeah, let's do charms because they're fun. All right, let's get you some charms for this face. I realized last night that these were kind of noisy, so I'm sorry in advance that they're just so fun. Okay, all right. Ooh, okay. We have lots of signs here, I just noticed, just to throw me off. There's Aries, Leo, Aquarius. What is this? Virgo? Yeah. Pisces, Sagittarius. There's some celebration here. This little bottle has an XO on it. And this one says get, like go get your girl, dude. What you doing? This is like a candy, so you can move into the sweetness. There's a bow. Music could be something that you'll connect on. Here's this that I have forgot the name of already again. This crystal here. Starts with an A. We have R, C, L, E, Q, Z, easy, I, F, S, G. We have 16, 30, 25, 15, 26, 13. Whew. Okay, that is a whole big weird message to unpack. I'm so sorry if that's confusing or if that came out. Hopefully it comes across how it's intended to come across. It was just really hard to articulate in some points, and so I hope that resonated with you. And if it needs sort of dissected more, I do intend at some point doing some journaling on the recent readings. And so I will talk about those in the community if we kind of dissect this topic a little bit further, because I know this is a very meaty topic and that was kind of condensed into a really small space. So hopefully that resonated with you. And if you want to talk about it, we can always talk about it in the comments as well. Thank you so much for being here, Group 1. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more content. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay. Group 2. By the way, Group 2, I heard the Folk Implosion, the one, and it's been a while since that song has popped up. I was on a kick for a little while where I would hear that song. It goes, I'm the one, natural one, make it easy. We can take it inside, where I can love how I like if I wanna, whatever keeps me high. So, it's a song from the 90s that was in the movie Kids. It's just a kind of, I don't know, little gem from my generation that I love that song. So that song came up when I was going to reach for your card, and music is such a hit for energy all the time. I rely very heavily on music as an energy communicator. All right, let's see what you have. You have the Orator, communication and competence. Look at this. This you know, in some way here, Group 2, I feel like you're coming out of something and really moving into an awareness on sort of how things work in a certain space. You have this crown coming out over your head, which is your crown chakra, but also the third eye being activated in this space. So there's a lot of seeing and knowing and being sort of activated in some capacity, having sort of downloads coming in for you where you are learning something very valuable in this moment in regards to, I mean, I would say in regards to life, there's there's like flowers and trees and all kinds of things in this space, which would be indicators of life blooming in some capacity, right? Interesting. I love that. Look at, see it. I don't know if you'll be able to catch it shining. There. Very cool. All right. So what is the mystery message for Collective 2? Oh boy. Oh goodness. Hello, Collective 2. You have the World. You have the Two of Cups and coming out of a Hanged Man energy. Oh, okay. What just fell out? The King of Pentacles. Maybe it is the King of Pentacles that is bringing you out of the Kinged Man. Why did I say that? The Hanged Man energy. Pulling you out of your little cave. Like, come here, come play. Let's go play. Okay, Daddy. Do y'all remember oh, probably not. Some of y'all might remember. There was a post that was like calling the King of Pentacles the daddy of tarot, or the sugar daddy of tarot, which is obviously not true, but it was just a joke, but it's just kind of funny. Okay, what else is the message in this space for Collective 2, please? What is the message for Collective 2? What is this? You have the Five of Wands coming out, so there's some kind of conflict. So there's something going on. Oh, here's that dang Tower. These two kind of wanted to peek out too. Ooh, okay. You have the Devil and the Five of Cups, but you also have the Four of Wands. What? Those three cards don't go together. Clarify the Devil. What's this Devil on the board for? Here's the Devil. I think actually this card here, the Five of Cups, goes with this Devil. Oh. Okay, hold on. I see something. Let me try to divide these cards a little bit better for you. This is the Devil's cards. This is the King of Pentacles cards. I share. Okay. So, I feel like this message came up for y'all the other day a little bit. Must be just in a moment. Past, present, conflict. Okay? In the past, something that you would have walked away from that would have created... I feel like this is also you here, though. Hang on. Let's do it. I think that's how it's supposed to be. Sorry. I forgot that this here belonged to the King of Pentacles. We'll get into this. Okay. In the past, you would have dealt with somebody who created their own fires and then pointed the fingers like it was your fault. So they would have... So the Knight of Wands here in this deck, this woman... now, granted, like, she would have been, so it kind of works both ways, actually. You could have been in a space where you just burned it all down. You're like, you know what? You were backed into a corner and maybe even being pushed. You were going through a lot of heartbreak and it was like, I'm done. And just it just was, I'm done. I'm done. I'm going to burn it all down. Done. I'm walking away from that. You put your foot down on it, and it was a controlling energy around you that everything that you did, you know, was controlled by this person. They would elicit certain responses from you and then call themselves a victim to your response. You know, it's very like crazy making in a way with this energy over here. Is like, and it's not always crazy making. It's just sometimes that we don't work energetically with other people, and then it'll just consistently be a resistance. Also, arguably, And I know that there's some in this, you know, some that tap into these that might not want to hear this, but there are a lot of masculines also that present in a way that a feminine, like the way that they think a feminine wants them to be, and then they change when the woman becomes committed. They don't change, they just become themselves, I guess. And so they drop the mask. It's like they operate in this way of wanting to, you know, it's like I do this and this and this and this and this, and then they get her into commitment, and then they stop doing all those things, and then wonder why she's upset. It's like, well, because I wanted the person who just got up and fixed things because they were broken. I wanted the things that the person who just offered to help instead of, you know, because that's how it was when you were, you know, trying to get me to like you. And now you're operating in a space where you don't help me with anything, and this is not what I signed up for. Actually, this is the antithesis of what I signed up for, and now I'm unhappy. And it's kind of the energy here in this space a little bit is just being kind of fed up and really walking away from something that, you know, it would have been that kind of energy, that sort of expectation, right? And being in a space of then having gone within, having worked on yourself, and then bam, here comes that King of Pentacles. Like, hello. Here I am. This is a stable person. This is a stable person coming in to offer, they're emotionally fulfilling. They're offering equal give and take. They're giving that new beginning vibe. They're giving this sort of, you know, that they could be the one. But there is conflict here. Trust, perhaps. And you know what? Why wouldn't we trust that? If we experienced in this space, we trusted this person. Sometimes I feel like when we look back at our past and we have been through these kind of things, it's like I do. I look back at my past. I'm like, wow, you just had some tinted glasses on, didn't you, baby girl? You were just like, oh, rose is my color. Let me slap those on my face. And so then when you move into situations where someone is giving to you in a certain way, or they're very kind and compassionate, or they're putting you in this space, they're making you feel like you stand out and that you're the one and you're the only one, and you've been really patient for this, and you've been waiting for one to come in and give it all to you. You're like, I'm ready, I'm passionate, I've been working on this foundation for a long time. And then you come out and you're like, wait. I love tarot, sorry. Are you the star? These are all on the bottom of the deck, by the way. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I guess I'm just having fun. But it actually worked for the storyline of this. So you just had the Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, I'm sorry, the Three of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Star come out. And yeah, I do feel like in this phase it can be like, I don't know if I can trust this. And here's the thing, this is how you're gonna know, okay? If you can trust it, just communicate it. And then if they're like very communicative, proceed. If they're like, this is a you problem, do not proceed. Remember, this Star card actually exists in your space, in your energy here, not in their energy. I think it can be one of those situations or those scenarios where we're having sort of a new beginning after a time of really mending within self because of some things that we experienced that we maybe didn't deserve, or we held on for too long instead of just letting go, and we were giving into something and not receiving anything back from it, and really knocked ourselves back, right? And so then we're presented with something like this that seems so stable and seems so fulfilling and everything seems perfect, right? And then that's scary. That becomes scary. It's like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do, because obviously there's something going to be wrong here, right? I feel like that's how we kind of, when we have dealt with these energies, when we dealt with the devil energy, we look at good people and then we begin to dissect them and to see, are they love bombing? Are they this? Are they that? And we kind of move into this space. This person, if they're the right person, they'll be understanding of that, and they'll be communicative too. They'll understand, okay, this person has been through some things. You know, this person maybe has also been through things as well, but if you're in alignment with one another. And so they'll know, okay, communication is the ultimate barrier in these situations. So I'm going to be communicative. They'll be very understanding. They'll be very, if you sort of bring forth some sort of, hey, I'm feeling this way about this, this person will be very communicative and understanding. And really, you should move into that space anywhere where you are. Ooh, look at here. Looky here. We have the Six of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Those are counterparts. And this is like equal give and take, okay? You give a little bit to this person, and then if they give a little bit back, you proceed. I think this is sort of this moment where you just have to sort of, yeah, I mean, confidence and communication seems to be a big thing here. You also have the Magician card coming out as well on the bottom of the deck. So this is arguably something that you manifested. And so it seems that in this message right now, there's just something that is missing in terms of communication that is kind of putting us into a little bit of internal conflict surrounding a connection that we feel confident about, or that we feel makes us feel some type of way, right? And we just need some communication in this space. Needs a little bit of confidence. This conflict here that is existing in this space is simply an absence of being able to bring in some truth. We got Judgment on the bottom of the deck. Just talking about something that needs to be discussed in this situation with this person in order to better understand where one another is coming from. Yeah. And then, you know, maybe the King of Pentacles will be a little bit more of the King of Cups. Less so focused on being the, you know, stable provider all the time, and being a bit more emotionally open as well could really help in this space with this connection. Okay. Goodness, it's all about connection today. That full moon came through and it was like, oh, we all gonna get in our feels together. So I hope that resonated. It's been, these mystery readings today have been a little bit different than I anticipated. I really thought it was going to be much different messages, but it's all about connections. Of course. Okay, let's get you some charms for this situation. Oh, that's not enough. There we go. Oh, well, now we have lots to choose from. We have Leo in here. We have a Virgo. We have Aries. What else do we have? We have this red chakra, however you say it. A little, this has been coming up a lot, the treble clef. So music maybe is something that resonates. And oh yeah, you know what? You had a song come in the beginning, right? There's that thunderstorm. And the thunder rolls and the lightning. Oh, I better not sing that person's name in a song. I'll really get my video taken. I mean, honestly though, why is Uncle Garth not on the, you're killing us, Smalls. I want to hear your music, man. Like, how are we going to hear it? How are we going to hear it? CDs don't exist anymore. Half of our vehicles don't have the CD players. How are we supposed to get it if you're not doing it digitally? We can only see you in concert. Is this the only way to hear you? Gosh, there's so many amazing songs too. Anyway, purple chakra. Sorry about my little Garth Brooks rant, I guess. K M B A E E J J L B M. Oh my goodness. W. Oh wait, these are both W's. N G A B G Z. That's a lot of letters. That's quite a few letters. Okay. I do see the word mean in here. I don't know if that means anything. And it comes through actually in two different ways. Mean and mean. Mean? Mean. Anyway. You know what do you know what I'm saying? Like if that means anything or someone's being mean, right? Okay. Oh, sorry. There's lag. That's me lagging. Okay, sorry. You can pause this and dissect this a little bit more if you'd like, but I'm going to take these off. That concludes your Reading Collective 2. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more content. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if that resonated with you, because I don't know if I was really connecting in with that. It was kind of a difficult message to deliver, so you can let me know how well I did. Thank you so much. And if I didn't do a good job, please don't just slaughter me. I am a human and I have feelings. Okay, thank you. Have a wonderful day, Group 2. Group 3. Hello, Group 3. If you skipped over the intro, then you missed the part where I said that I haven't seen these cards, so I have no idea what we're about to talk about in your space. So, what is that noise outside? Are you distracted right now? Someone's outside shoveling. And it sounds like they're shoveling gravel, and there's no gravel outside. Or they're like scraping a shovel against pavement. Are you going through a moment of like nails on the chalkboard? What's your card, actually? Let's find out. The Cartographer. That's funny. A crossroads exploration. Y'all, synchronicities, I'm telling you. Here I am, like all of a sudden I'm just paying attention to the shovel outside, and then it comes up, and the cartographer is somebody who like creates maps, okay? Mapping out what's in front of them, you know, taking a moment and looking at life and really digging our way through things, right? So here I am noticing that little shovel outside. Hold on, coffee drink. Okay. Sorry, I'm in a weird mood today, Group 3. Okay, let's see. What is a mystery reading for Group 3? What are they doing? Should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavement? You listening to some Adele, baby? First of all, don't ever give up. That's the... Yeah. King of Wands. Oh, this guy wanted to come out too. Knight of Wands, King of Wands. Ooh, we're going to have some passion coming in. I like that King of Wands. I like the fire energy in here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this car. So good. Okay, anyway, sorry. All right. The Sun in reverse. What? Four of Swords. Hold on. What else we got? What's up? What's going on with Group 3? What's up, Group 3? Oh, are we not talking or what? Oh, yeah. Are we in our feels a little bit? You got Death. You got the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Swords. And hold up, here's that Lover's card on the bottom of the deck. Goodness, so much music is coming up in your space. So you have this song to Love is Strange. Well, how does it go? A lot of people don't understand. They think love is money in the hand. I don't know who sings that. I don't know. It was in Dirty Dancing. That's how I know it. Okay, so it's like you are feeling a little bit out of sorts, and I think it has something to do with a connection. And so here you are kind of in this center. What the fuck just fell down here? What just fell down? Oh, my... Weird. My pillow just kind of like flung itself off the bed. Are we being a little bit dramatic here? Okay, hold up. What is going on? You're here in this center space, okay? And so but this is all internal conflict, okay? That's all it is. It's like the reason that you're feeling sort of knocked off balance is because you put yourself in being knocked off balance. Nobody put you there. You put yourself there. It's like being in this space of overthinking, overanalyzing, dwelling, reflecting, you know, being in this space of analyzation, and also being in this space of reflection. That's the 4s and 7s. You have 2 7s here, and then you have the 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords is being in a space of sort of reflecting upon what's up in this picture back here. So in this is like nostalgia, okay? So reflecting on the past in some way, right? Being in this energy of really overthinking about this. And I think it has a lot to do with being making a choice to no longer be, well, this is, clarify, it's like, I have this coming out in this space, the Hermit, and then, oh, are we like in between 2 people? What is going on? You have the Emperor, you have the Star, you have the Fool, and you have the 7 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck as well. What? No, what? Oh, okay. So there could have been somebody that was really passionate towards you. Sorry, this took me a second. I'm so sorry. So there could have been somebody who was really passionate towards you. You could have been very physically attracted to this person, and I would argue that the physical attraction was really the basis of this connection. Don't shoot the messenger, but it's as though it's like there is a completion of that cycle. This person has gone silent. They have gone quiet, and they're not communicating anymore. And we're in this space now, and we're kind of being in our head a bit, and not really understanding that we have more power in this space than we are willing to admit for self. Do we really want to be in energies where the only thing that we have is a physical attraction? We want to have all of the things. We want to have all of the elements, okay? Not just that. And also, we need to be too in alignment if that what we are seeking in others is also being fulfilled to one another, that you are physically attracted to one another, that you have emotional connection with one another, that it's really, you want to be in this space, right? Okay. And so it's kind of showing you that here. Okay. This is less about being sort of in between those spaces. It's kind of more so being in an expectation of this energy to operate like this, and it just doesn't. This over, you know, how the energy, my word, I cannot communicate today. How the Emperor operates is to be in a space of understanding equal give and take. They're emotionally open and available. They're willing to build on something with you. They're communicative. They don't put you in this energy. They don't put you in the energy of feeling as though you're backed in a corner and then you're having to sort of fight against what is occurring. This fire here, you see how this King of Wands represents fire, Knight of Wands represents fire, and then here she is, and all this fire is around her, and now she's also in kind of a hermit energy as well, but she's a lot more angry. She's mad, you know. She's in this space now where she was kind of giving all of this into this energy, and this energy was like, yeah, this is really just about physical attraction. And this person, you know, maybe went from being very passionate and then went into just a completely avoidant space, especially when this energy became angry, and kind of pushed like, hey, hold up, that's not okay. All of these wands in this space are these moments that she put down, and she was like, I don't want to experience this. Why are you doing this? And why can we not operate like this? Why can we not work together in this way? Why can we not move into this? Why don't you want to build it in this space? Why are you saying all these things? and pursuing me in a way that seems like you care, and then when it gets down to brass tacks and caring, we can't communicate. We can't be in a space in which we're working together. You are not in this, you're not willing to give. And then as soon as this person goes rogue, this person gets angry, and arguably so, because there's just no communication. Zero communication going on here. In fact, none of these are communication cards. And so over here, then you have things that are moving in a lot more, these are more equal. These are more balanced. Over here in this space, this is everything is kind of off balance. And with the Death card here is like, I feel like this is more so an ending here. And then an energy kind of wanting a new beginning in this space. But we have to move into, I think, acceptance or understanding, or going, can this energy operate in this energy realistically? And here's the thing too, is that you have the Nine of Cups also kind of coming out here. Okay, for you. It's like these are cards kind of indicating and representing that you have more power in this space than you have been willing to accept. I just opened up to Justice, and I started shuffling. I should have left it out, but Justice being sort of the the things turning in your favor, and pretty much it's things like going into acceptance. Something that I talked about this morning actually is that we can move into this space in which we begin, we create alternative realities inside our mind, and then our mind seeks that validation and around us. So we move into this expectation. First of all, we're not expecting that from this energy. This energy did operate. They operated as though they were this at some point, or we wouldn't have just been like, we wouldn't have just jumped into something that operated in this way. This energy was operating in a way that was like, that presented as the Emperor, right? They presented as, this is who I am, this is how I operate, I am the Emperor, I can give you all of this. And then when all of that kind of unveiled, and we had the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck, when all of that kind of unveiled, then it became a little bit more clear that this person was not like this, but was more so in this space. Now, sometimes the Magician operates in a way that can be manipulative. It doesn't always hit that way, but in this reading it does. It's like this person sort of manipulated the idea of this, and now this person is in the expectation that this is going to now shift back to this, because this person was operating in a space of wanting to sort of reel this one in, and once they did, then the mask kind of came off, and they couldn't then withstand that mask any longer, and now they're in this space of sort of being in their full authenticity, and this energy is like, well, wait a second here, I thought that you were the Emperor, and unfortunately that doesn't seem to be true. And so now it's in this, and here's, I was just thinking, I should have just said it, that I was surprised that this card didn't come out, because I felt that it belonged to that energy. And here's that Five of Pentacles too, which I think belongs in the center space of having to walk away from, it's not so, I mean, yes, it could be walking away from this person, but it's also walking away from the idea of this person. So really, I feel like these two are switched, and they were in the right space. So walking away from this and how this, is presenting here, and having strength to accept that this is, the greater truth. And it doesn't mean that that couldn't shift. We have free will. This person very well could work and get back into this space, but get back into it, or like really work towards it and remain there. And then how does that look? Unfortunately, when things go down in a situation, it's not easy to forget those things. It's easy actually to end up in this space of the Eight of Swords and all this internal conflict, because now there's no trust here. And then anything they do to kind of operate in this space, it seems inauthentic. So they kind of have put themselves almost in this energy here of the Eight of Swords, putting themselves in this space of really operating in a way that it's almost as though it's like where they once maybe had to take 2 steps forward, now they have to take 10. And so that's, and are you in this space here in the middle going to wait for that, or is it just kind of something that has to move into acceptance? Interesting. And I do have, I pulled out just now, I cut open the deck, and here is the World coming out as well. So it's like also needing to be in a new beginning or a new perspective or a new understanding of how these energies operate. And it's unfair, don't get me wrong. It's really unfair that we have a lot of energy like this that masks themselves as the Emperor and then reels us in. And then we find out sometimes when it just seems like it's too late that this was all a facade. And that's very unfortunate, but it's also a reality in our world. And so I feel like in this space, if you're tapping into this reading here in this center, it is really moving into acceptance. And then also, you know, being in a space of going, okay, well, I think you know this anyway. If you're in this reading, I think you have an awareness of this already. And it doesn't mean that, I personally feel that all people are capable of change. So I'm not going to you know, slam a sword on this topic. But I do think that we need to move in a way that allows someone the opportunity to change if they're going to, and that seldom includes holding our hand out to them. It often includes us having to be in this energy of walking away, or at least walking away from the idea and moving into an acceptance of who this person could very well be and how they are at least presenting in the you know, now they're presenting sort of as their authentic self. In this energy, whereas this was sort of the mask. All right, y'all. Let's go into your charms for this environment. And also, I'd like to say, too, if this is something that you are dealing with, Collective 3, I feel you. Just know that I'm sending you a big hug from the Midwest. I've been through that before, and I feel that it's quite common in certain today. You know, I just feel like it's not uncommon. So, which I know doesn't make you feel any better. Probably, you know, it definitely doesn't. But it's a bummer. It's not good. It's not fun to experience by any means. All right, here we go. You have a shell. You have these bottles here. There's 3 of bottles, so that's in my opinion, I just have it coming out as the 3 of cups. You have Scorpio, little cat, the star coming out. That's you in this reading. The clothesline. I'm having some work to do. It's like a little green crystal that I forgot the name of. Another shell. This green chakra here, and we have S, T, C, C, Y, F, O, M, D, T, Z, I, and G. Then we have 9, 13, 11, and 20. Those are your charms, Collective 3. If this resonated with you, please like and subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if that helped. I feel like the readings today have been sort of cryptic in some way. I hope this resonated. I hope this hit with you and you kind of know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you are in this space and you are dealing with this, I feel for you. I'm here for you if you need someone to talk to. All right, thank you so much for being here, Group 3. Enjoy the rest of your day.